Football Coaches Media Teleconference as we review Week 6 and preview Week 7 of Big South football. Before we begin, we'll jump into our weekly notes and honors from this past weekend. First, our Players of the Week from this past Saturday. The Choice Hotels Offensive Player of the Week was Liberty quarterback Josh Woodrum. Defensive Player of the Week for the conference was Presbyterian College's defense in their performance against Western Carolina. Special Teams Player of the Week, Liberty kicker John Lunsford. And the Crons ran Freshman of the Week, Monmouth safety Mike Basile. So congratulations to those individuals, and especially to John Lunsford for being named the Co-National Special Teams Player of the Week by the Sports Network yesterday afternoon for his efforts against Richmond on Saturday. Other notes to pass along. The Big South ESPN3 Game of the Week continues on Saturday with Coastal Carolina at Presbyterian. The league's 4 FCS wins on Saturday moved the league to 19-5 overall against FCS competition. 19 wins are a league record for most wins against FCS opponents, breaking the record of 16 regular season and 18 total, which was last season of 2013. Also, for the first time in league history, all 6 Big South members are at or above 500 after 6 weeks of the season. Part of those wins, the Big South has won 8 FCS road games, which ties the regular season mark. 9 is the overall record for most road wins against FCS foes. And the league is 16-1 at home thus far in 2014. Presbyterian College tied a Big South single-game record with its 2 interception returns for touchdowns this past Saturday against Western. Gardner-Webb quarterback Lucas Beatty moved into the top 5 among active FCS quarterbacks in 3 categories, completions, attempts, and yardage. 4 Big South teams are averaging 30 points per game this season. Monmouth quarterback Brandon Hill owns a streak of 5 straight games with 200 yards passing and 5 straight with multi-TD throws. Liberty's Darren Peterson leads the nation in receiving yards and is pacing ahead of the Big South single-season record for receiving yards. Coastal Carolina quarterback Alex Ross became the 7th quarterback in league history to reach 1,000 career rushing yards. He did that on Saturday at Furman and is exactly at 1,000. And our final note to pass along, Gardner-Webb kick returner J.J. Hubbard tied the Big South career record with his 3rd career kickoff return TD this past Saturday against Charlotte. So those are notes and news to pass along to everyone. And with that, we will move into our coaches. And the first coach, as always, head coach of the Running Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb, Carroll McCray. Good morning, Coach. We seem to have lost Coach McCray, so stand by and we'll track him down.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning, Coach.
Hey, sorry, Mark.
We lost you there for a minute.
Yeah, it's my fault.
That's all right. Well, we have come to your time. Congratulations on the win over Charlotte this past Saturday. If you can open up, talk about the victory of the 49ers, and then we'll go into questions.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. We certainly were excited. We had a real nice day to play, and ended up being a good day for the Bulldogs. We had a good ball game with the boys from Charlotte, and went down to the wire. We fought in there together. I thought the best thing that we did, we played together as a team, and I think we got some young guys that are showing some growth and in some spots. We still continue to be a work in progress. We make some immature mistakes at times, but overall we've had some older guys starting to step up. I think you mentioned Lucas a little bit earlier. He had a fine day throwing the ball. We did get Jawan Blunt back to play running back for us, and that helped us offensively. And defensively, they hit us on some big plays, as they can. They're a very fast break-oriented football team, Charlotte is, and hit us on 2 long pass plays and had one run of 50 yards. But other than that, defensively, we settled down and were pretty active most of the day, stopping their offense. Probably thought one of the big differences in the game, and I think you mentioned J.J. Hubbard, was probably the kicking game. Our kids did a pretty good job executing the plan kicking-wise. We had the one big return, but we kept them backed up and let them go the long haul quite a bit the second half, and it turned out to play in our favor. We actually got a turnover on tackled their punter one time and for a turnover, and then they dropped a punt, and Jonathan Sherrill was able to fall on it and gave us the ball in close range down there in the late third, early fourth quarter. That proved to be big and put us up 2 scores, and we were able to pull the game off. So it was exciting to see our guys come out and play well at home in front of a homecoming crowd. We had a lot of things going on here at Gardner-Webb. It was a great day, and we were fortunate and very happy to pull the win out for Gardner-Webb and for the Big South Conference.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, we'll move into question for Gardner-Webb head coach Carroll McCray. To ask a question, please press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. Questions for Gardner-Webb head coach Carroll McCray. Coach, while we're waiting for a couple to come in, with the tight game and the history with Charlotte, even just from last year, was there any concern about trying to get more points on there just to expand that lead instead of relying truly on the defense?
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, even we were up 1 score, and then we got a field goal to go up 10. And, to me, it's hard to get enough points against Charlotte. They've got some really fast receivers and an outstanding quarterback and back. And with our experience down in the Queen City last year, there was no comfort in the ball game until we possessed the ball and were able to get in victory formation. And it proved to be true because they scored on a real long post pattern with just a couple of minutes to go and kicked the onside kick, and we were able to, Kenny Cook reached up there and got the onside kick and possessed it for us, and we were able to run out the clock. So, no, there was concern the whole time. You start leaning on your defense against that bunch, and you get in trouble. So we were fortunate and happy that we were able to hold on, and it took a whole team effort. It took all 60 minutes to try to get that done.
You're entering the bye week 3-3. That was a great start for that. What's on tap for the bye week, and who are some of the injured personnel that are going to be able to heal up and be back for the 18th?
Well, our schedule for the bye week, we had a normal Sunday and Monday, and Monday's our day off, so we'll come out and work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the guys will be off Friday, Saturday. We'll come back and start a normal game week next Sunday afternoon after church. So. And keep as normal routine as possible. But a big week for us to try to get some people healed up. I don't know in a 7-day span who we might get back, but I know we got a lot of guys that need to heal up, and we need to try to get going. Certainly, Juwan Blunt still continues to be an issue, and as a matter of fact, we're going to have his knee looked at very, very closely this afternoon. We have two starting offensive linemen that haven't played and this will be the 4th week, so we hope to get some rehab and possibly head them toward returning to play. Possibly, we don't know for VMI, but maybe for conference play, so that's big for us. And then, we made the final decision of going ahead and fixing Tanner Birch's shoulder. We tried to rehab that thing and maybe get him back, but not going to be able to get him back, and we're going to have to get his shoulder fixed, and so we're working on scheduling that operation right away. But Angel Guzman did not play in the game. He started at corner for us the first 5 games. He did not play. We hope to get him back for practice this week. Donald Bowie was a guy we lost in the Citadel game. He played sparingly, coming back from a concussion. Kaylay Jones, our 3rd receiver, did not play any this past week, concussion. We may get him back. So I think about half the guys that were out possibly could get back and work some this week in preparation for a VMI. And then we still got a pretty long list of concerns to not knowing exactly when we will get them back. So got to continue to work grooming these young guys. Got to get everybody better through a big fundamental week for us. And then health-wise, hopefully some of the veterans will be able to come back. We can add to our team and see what we can do in conference play.
All right, my last question for you, Coach. 2 receivers stood out besides Kenny this past Saturday. Deontay Swinton was his first career touchdown grab and a nice long play in Willie Jackson IV, his emergence as a freshman and kind of being pressed into duty.
Well, yeah, he is. You know, Willie came in and replaced Kayleigh Jones, who was out, as I said, by concussion, and Willie played very well. Really exciting. Made one great catch in 2-minute offense. We were able to go down with a minute to go in the first half, and we kicked a field goal to tie the ball game. So really excited about his progress as a true freshman. And then Deontay's a guy that's been around here a long, long time. He certainly played well for us in spots, headed into Saturday's ball game, and then they did not blitz us a whole bunch, but they blitzed us, and Beatty took advantage of a safety. He kind of got out of position, and Deontay pulled one in for a long play. It turned out to be a touchdown, you know, and his kid's in his 5th year and scored his first touchdown. So that was very exciting for our team, and individually very exciting for Deontay as he and the rest of the guys continue to work hard to complement Kenny Cook on the other side.
All right, thanks, Coach. I'm not seeing any questions for you.
Okay.
So we'll let you go. Enjoy the open date, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it a bunch. Good luck to all the Big South teams this week.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Bye-bye.